All right, so it looks like I am definitely a deduce believer now. I do think it is better. Now, there are still some positions where it's not better than the 3-mana could draw 2. Specifically, in combination with lockdown, in some positions, it feels really bad. But the overall flexibility of having your card draw split into different mana costs, well, here 2 and 2, but having it split into 2 instances of mana investments is better overall for the deck, and it fits better with the 4 mana cards, so you can do 4 and 2 on turn 6. So over the course of the game, it just seems to be better. Now, I'm running the last deduce in the sideboard because I don't really find that there's much room in the main deck. It's really hard for me to make changes. I have made a few modifications. So one of them is cutting a Sunfall. Now, this is probably the change I'm the least certain about, because Sunfall is so powerful in mid-range matchups as well that it's hard to justify, but I really wanted to test this one card right here, Dissipate, because this did do really well in the mirror match when it was against me. So I thought it would be good here as well. It is probably still good in mid-range matches too, so there's that. It has upside in a lot of slower matchups and can be good against aggro in specific scenarios, but most of the time not really. I was considering cutting a Jace, but I feel like if you go to 2 Jace, then you might as well run 0 Jace, because at that point, I feel like there's not enough mill in the deck to justify Jace as a win con, so I'd mostly be playing it for the card itself and what it does, but I don't think Jace does that much compared to other spells you could play. So it's either 3, 4, or 0, I think. So there's that. And I didn't change. Oh yeah, I did add one more archive. It has hurt me though. And it has hurt me, but it has helped me as well. So again, it seems like blue-white has a lot of those cards that's like good and bad in different scenarios. They're all double-edged swords, because sometimes the tap land hurts a lot more than the surveil. Specifically early game, there have been so many hands with this deck where I draw one of my 11 tap lands, and my second land is also one of them as well. So then I just can't play on turn 2, and that's devastating in some matchups. So if I had to guess, I'd probably go back to this, probably. If not even lower, but we'll see. What else do I want to talk about? Not much else in the main deck, right? So that's pretty much the same. Testing Dissipate. It was good. My conclusion is that it is a good direction to go. I don't know if it's better than playing the extra Sunfall, but it does help in certain matchups. The sideboard has changed a little bit, I think. Actually, not really. Oh yeah, there's a March. Don't love March, but it deals with artifacts. It's flexible against aggro. Sure, why not? The last Sunfall's there instead of Farewell. Farewell is a cut from the entire deck. A lot of cards that I want, I can't find a justification for them in the sideboard. Like, Farewell in some matchups is insane, but most of the time I'm not bringing it in. Same thing for like life gain spells like Sunset Revelry. Hard to justify. Like, a lot of spells are good in one specific matchups and they have no other application almost, or like very limited application. So it's difficult for me to justify things that are not generally good. Like, March is not the best spell, but it does have multiple matchups where it is relevant. I value that a little bit higher than everything else. Cathar Commando is kind of similar, where it's good against aggro and it's also good against control and it's also good against mid-range, so it's kind of same thing. Smite is one of those cards that could go probably, but it's nice to have that flexible 1-mana removal spell, so having one of them, if not 2, is probably pretty beneficial. It's hard, but you can pretty much customize the sideboard. I did cut the strokes though, because we have more counter magic overall. Now I figured I just want like the 2 negates, and then we have dissipates, and then we have Tidebinder, and that's probably enough. Oh yeah, there's a mastermind. This is another slot that I'm testing out. I was thinking about what could be good against the Rakdos deck, the Rakdos Cascade deck or Discover, because they don't have enough 2-drops to justify lockdown, but they also have the bat, so you need something to deal with the bat, and they also have Harvester. So what is good against both of those, while also being a card that is good in other matchups? And I can only think about Mastermind, where you can maybe catch them, attacking with the bat, you block the bat, you trade, or you block the Harvester and you trade. And sometimes you get the blood token activation, second draw, and then you get a card. Not really relevant, mostly for, I'm using this as a removal spell that's also good against like Esper, and then the Mirror potentially, and then Ramp as well. But yeah, that's going to do it for the breakdown. If you're interested, I do have a second channel now where I'm playing a bunch of roguelikes, deck builders. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. Link in the description. Anyways, I'll leave you with that. It's probably Cascade or Reanimation. This might be a little bit difficult. That's already... Okay, I mean, yeah, being on the draw here is not good. Okay, that's good. I just had to dodge Cascade there, or the Discover creature. Decent draw. I feel like I have to draw, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I need the card. Sure.
I will clear your mind.
Well, somehow they're playing Pilfer main deck, which is not great.
Let your blade do the talking.
I need the card draw so bad. Okay. Yeah, this should be okay. I mean, that's another downside of cutting Farewell, is that I don't have any... Oh, of course I draw... Of course the turn I draw my card draw, it's gone. Alright, well... Oh, can I just not draw a land, please? I mean, I'm happy I milled one of the cruelties. That could have been, like, kind of a problem. Well, especially cruelty and pilfered back to back. Whoa. Interesting. There we go. That's a new addition right there. That's a really good card in this matchup. Very, very powerful. Probably wins me the game. Yep. Okay, more counter magic. That was probably the only card I could have possibly put in my main deck that could have done that. So that's good. Like basically any counter. I'm just saying the card type. All right, now it's a little bit more difficult, but I do have the hearses. And I did cut Destroy Evil. This is one of those matchups where Destroy Evil is very good. So that's unfortunate. I don't think Whale is very good because most of their cards are enter the battlefield, like nonsense, crazy stuff. So probably not very good. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sad that I don't have another copy of or that I don't have a single copy of Destroy Evil, but that's okay. We do have Dissipate instead, so it's basically worse. Yeah, it's worse reactively, but it's better proactively. So if I get... It does make my overall... The overall RNG of the deck went up. Because now I have to find the spells at the right time instead of like searching for Destroy Evil in a spot where I might need it later. Like if something already resolved. I might put it back in somehow. If I'm gonna play Destroy Evil, it would have to be instead of... I don't know. They have discard spells. I can't really mulligan here. What can I play Destroy Evil instead of? It's either Smite, but I think Smite is pretty good. It could be Sunset Revelry, honestly. The only reason I put it in the deck is because I had a free slot, but now I don't think I have a free slot anymore. I think that slot has to be dedicated towards Destroy Evil. Oh. I mean, it's not even that good in their deck. Like, they have a bunch of different... What is this? Vampire? Why would they name Vampire? What Vampire? Is that 3-2 a Vampire? Or just going for tempo? That is pretty annoying, actually. I cut the lockdowns because they only have Blood Tithe Harvester that gets hit by it. Might just die. They found a double Harvester opener. Pretty brutal. Was I supposed to play one copy of Lockdown even though it only hits Harvester? I don't think so. Was I supposed to play... I mean, it's just unfortunate. Was I supposed to play, like... I don't know. I don't think there was much else I could have done here. Just, if they draw 3 Harvester, I lose. I still have one chance. 3 Sunfall. Could have also blocked with that, but I don't think it's worth. Well, it would have been worth if I knew I was drawing that. Yeah, whatever. We're just unlucky. This can hit the 3-2 if they're playing it, but if they're not playing it, it's fucking trash. Jace isn't terrible, actually. It can neutralize that on turn 3, kind of. I guess Whale is probably... I have to play Whale. It doesn't get hit by duress either, which is good. I don't know. It's just not great. I don't think I want Farewell, actually. I can just exile with Hearse. Maybe I cut Negate for more proactive answers. Like March. Tidebinder can trade. That was just an outlier game. It should be fine. That's their only proactive 2-drop, other than Bat, but Bat does not have much tempo to it, so it's fine. Oh yeah, wait a minute. If there's Bat and Harvester, then I can play Lockdown probably. I didn't see it, so I just forgot about it until like right now. This is a good spot, I think. Oh, that's a vampire. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I guess they're getting a token, but that's okay. Oh wait, I can gain life. Oh no, there's no opportunity. It already procs, so
I hope you're ready to lose.
it's alright.
I am almost sad to see you go.
That's fine. Unless it's the bat. Okay, it's not the bat. Should be GG. I definitely have to be playing for Sunfall in this matchup. The March is pretty good here as well.
To teach you.
Pretty happy about that. Okay. So yeah, this steamrolled me game 2, I steamrolled them game 3. Just classic Magic, I guess. Player on the play wins. But they had a bad hand game 3. This one has lockdown. Still think it's a mulligan. On the draw, triple tap, quadruple tap land. Can't play the game. Lockdown is good, but I'm on the draw, and they have Kumano on the play. Alright. And I cut my Sunset Revelry. It's looking great. It do be looking fantastic. That's not terrible. Okay. Could have been worse, I guess. Yeah, GG. Actually, that's not even that bad. Yeah, I was in a bad spot anyways.
Plans are already. Organic minds are easily quelled.
Not like I could tank that and pass. Excuse me? What in the...
What curious behavior.
I mean, I get it,
Beyond your comprehension.
but at that point, why even attack Jace? Like, it's just weird. All right. Looks like we're not getting out of this one. Come on. What is this? What is this completely unplayable garbage? Wait, this happens every time? Wait, that's insane. Wait, this card is broken. Okay, I actually underestimated this. I thought this was one turn. Alright, just get me out of here. Wait, mono red's broken, no? This thing is not balanced. Okay, so now they have Kumano and that. Awesome. Yeah, every turn, that's a lot better than I thought it was. I actually just did not even begin to understand how this card works. I just assumed it was once, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, like a saga, you know? But this is just a static draw card every turn. Draw 2 cards. Wait, this happens... It happens before you draw. That's degenerate. Okay. How many of those are we expecting? I don't know. I have Get Lost, but... This might be like a 0 Sunfall game plan or 1. I don't know how I'm stabilizing against mono red. I don't think I can. I only have 1 whale. I should play more whales. I feel like every game I'm like, I should play this, I should play that. And nothing is ever satisfactory. So yeah, Sunset Revelry is probably not the answer either. I mean, maybe I don't need another whale. We have 4 Wandering Emperors, we have Murex, we have the birds. They'll run out of cards eventually. Hopefully. Unless, again, the freaking saga thing is the problem. Yeah, nice, dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared now. I should not have 4 normal lies in my deck. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I should have. Okay, if they're playing this high of an average mana cost, which I'm expecting like 4 times that Saga thing, and then more. I mean, I just can't let them resolve it, so I have to take it. Well, now I can. It's actually a little bit interesting between me Wandering Emperor-ing that, just because it's mana efficient, or trying to set up a Wandering Emperor that can make a token. I still think it's better. It's not, the thing is, this is not mana efficient almost ever, so if I have an opportunity to cast it, I should do it, even if they can remove it this turn.
Judgment is fun. I have got new moves to teach you.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like their game plan just revolves around that thing resolving, which is kind of scary. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I can cut the Sunfall, I think. I'm gonna play Destroy Evil just to just to deal with that, probably. I shouldn't cut my card draw. It's like too important. Okay. I mean, then again, Destroy Evil is probably the worst card I have here post board. Because it could be just it does hit Kumano. It does hit Kumano. So its effectiveness is a little bit. It's probably like 6 or 7 it's probably 7 or 8 targets if they have 3 of those, or 4 of those draw things. Can't really hit much else, really. It can hit the prowess creatures, but that's probably not happening. I don't think it's that good. I can be completely. There are some hands where I just have a dead spell basically, and that's usually that too devastating. Like the upside, the potential upside is not worth the potential downside, I think. Another thing that's scaring me is that that artifact. I don't have that much interaction for that. The forge is going to be a problem if I don't counter it. But yeah, I think mono red. The problem is the higher your average CMC, the harder it is for you to actually put pressure on your opponents, and that's really really bad in control matchups. So it's a double-edged sword for sure. Like not being able to cast Kubano in that position potentially. This is interesting because I kind of do need card draw eventually. But yeah, it's just too risky. The value of putting this in the graveyard is basically null. Like there's no value there. I'm never getting it. It's not going to be relevant. I got the land. That's unfortunate. So that is this card basically only. Reduced by 1 for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard. Draw. Okay. Using the counter for that seems really, really bad. So I probably won't. I don't want to give them tokens. Not at all. Yeah. It's a bit awkward. They're gonna draw the 3, I think. Yeah, if I had the info, I would have countered that. It's still not bad again. Like, I'm not taking that much damage. The pressure they're putting on me is very low. Ooh, that draw sequence was terrible. I just drew more counters, so effectively not countering that was a mistake. Well, I wouldn't say it was a mistake, but it turned out to be a bad play with hindsight. So, I don't know. It's just impossible to evaluate, but still, like, this position is way worse than it would have been if I approached this a little bit differently. Good news is they're not really able to reduce the cost of this yet. And I still have a lot of counters for the other spells, so it's not all bad by any stretch. Still not taking much damage. Okay, now I'm going to start taking a little bit more damage though. It's hard to deal with the ward. Really hard. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that is very good for me. I wonder if it's worth risking combat trick on this or removal spell. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Okay, here's the problem though. I need to hold this get lost because if they have the enchantment, I have to deal with it. So actually, it is worth. It is worth the risk. I might pay the price for this. I guess worst case, I can exile it on my turn.
We must protect the people.
Okay, 2 damage. That's fine. I'll just exile it on my turn, I guess. Yeah. So it's either I play around that or I play around the enchantment. I think the enchantment is potentially worse, so... Or not even potentially, it's probably just straight up worse.
Back to wandering.
At least here I'm still alive and I have counter magic up. So nothing can happen the next turn I get rid of everything. Why would I even do that, actually? Eh. Ah. That's why Deduce is weird sometimes with lockdown. Fine. Still draw 1 card. That's relevant. Sure. Not something I'm too happy about, but... That negate is too important, I think. Now the normalize is bad. So that's the flip card. They can't flip it though, right? They can? Oh. Okay. Sure. But they think I don't have an answer for that? This is a little bit tricky. Obviously I want the life, right? That's a tricky card to deal with, actually. It's a very tricky card to deal with. That actually mattered. I can't believe it. Okay. Meh. I mean, it might be double get lost and just power through here. Instead of trying to draw more cards. What am I even looking for? I'm not looking for that much, to be completely honest. Maybe it's just double get lost. Now I can start pushing for damage. Speed up my clock a little bit. Sure. Is that relevant? Did I just kill that? I mean, it's gonna block, so I should kill it. Alright, Tidebinder for the win. Please. Do the thing, Tidebinder. Attack. No, I should put on the bird. Actually, it's irrelevant, I think. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Well, no, I should put on the bird. Don't I just kill that? It's kind of interesting. But I don't want them to, like, tutor, you know, specific spells on top, maybe. I don't know. Really, kill that. Oh, whoops. I didn't activate the bird. I forgot. I actually totally forgot. My bad. My bad. Or are they just gonna rope me on purpose here? Yeah, they play rope, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Just typical mono red behavior, I guess. Well, the thing is, their mental must be destroyed here because they were 100% convinced that they won the game with this. So after that point, I'm sure that shook them pretty hard that I actually had an answer for that. And then it keeps getting worse and worse, right? Because everything they play I have an answer for. And then they probably drew a land and they're like, alright, I'm done. It is what it is, man. Okay. Anyways. Well, I'll take it.